Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be one of the questions that I get asked the most, which is why did I choose the Air Force? So a lot of people want to know why I chose the Air Force rather than a different branch of service, and today I'm going to be answering that question for you because it's a question that I get a lot. I'm going to start with the most obvious answer first, which is something that I've told a lot of people before when they say, why the Air Force? Why the Air Force? And honestly, the first thing that has always come to mind is it's just felt like a calling to me. It's felt like my purpose since as long as I can remember, since I was in high school, since I was 17 years old. I am 28 now, and it's just something that has always been like in my heart and on my mind. And that is kind of the answer that I've given a lot, is like, I don't know, it just felt right. It's something that's always been in my brain for some reason. But when I sat down and really thought about it, there are multiple reasons why I chose the Air Force, and I have made a list for you guys, so let's get into it. Okay, so besides being very intrigued with the whole Air Force since I was a teenager, I ruled out other branches based on different reasons, I guess naturally. Like, I never sat down and actually thought about my thought process when I decided to join the military, but the other branches were pretty much automatically ruled out for me from the beginning, and I'm going to tell you guys why. Okay, so starting with the Marine Corps, for obvious reasons, I am not super fit, and the Marines is probably a little bit too hardcore for me, and I'm just being totally honest with you guys. I probably wouldn't have made it in the Marines, let's be honest. Overall, I would have just never, ever joined the Marine Corps. I would have never joined the Navy because I'm afraid of water. Navy was never an option for me. My grandpa did serve in the Army, but I don't know. I guess I thought that because like twice as many females joined the Air Force, I felt like the Air Force maybe treats their women the best, or it's just more common, or I would be around more females that way. It would be like a more balanced workplace. I am not sure, but in my head, I never like said, oh, I'll never join the Army, but I never actually considered joining the Army either. So going back to how many women join each branch, about 20% of the Air Force is women, and that is the branch with the highest percentage of women in it. And although every branch is going to be male dominated, most career fields in the military are male dominated, I guess in my mind I just felt like maybe the Air Force would offer me the best quality of life, knowing that it's just a little bit more balanced than other branches. Also, I just always thought the mission of the Air Force was so cool. Like, I don't know, just reading it and talking about air, space, cyberspace, I've always been interested in the actual mission of the branch as well. And then as far as quality of life goes, I had just heard that the Air Force has kind of like the best dorms, the best bases all around the world, the better food in the defects, like better hotels when you go on a TDY or something like that, shorter deployments. It was just like all of these things that sounded good and sounded better than the other branches. Also, going enlisted into the Air Force, you have a much better chance of getting a room to yourself much earlier than other branches. So when you are an E4 in the Air Force, you basically get housing allowance and you can get your own apartment off base. And when you're an E3, most of the time you may have your room to yourself, or if the dorms are full at your base, you may even get housing allowance early as an E3. That's my situation. So that is like pretty much unheard of, I think, in other branches. You have to be like maybe even an E5 to move out and get housing allowance on your own if you're not married. So that is also another thing that kind of goes with like quality of life. You may have less roommates and more free time to yourself. So those are just a few reasons why I chose the Air Force over other branches. I feel like it was a very quick mental process. It didn't take me any like debating or researching other branches in depth. I just kind of automatically knew from a younger age that the Air Force would fit me the best, I think, and that I would fit the best in the Air Force. As always, I hope this video was helpful. Feel free to follow me on Instagram at brittanylynnlewis. If you have any questions about why I joined the Air Force that I did not cover in this video, feel free to leave them in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!